India is the first country in the world to land a spacecraft near the moon's south pole, a moment of history for the country. It was a tense final 6 minutes as it descended onto the lunar surface.
It is a historic day in space. India has become the first country to reach the south pole of the moon and the fourth country to ever land on the moon. Get this, a robotic moon lander known as the Chandrayaan 3. It touched down this morning. The SUV-sized lander has its own rover, which will test mineral composition and seismic activity over the next couple of weeks. Russia and India have been in a tight race to see who could get their spacecraft to the lunar South Pole first. Russia crashed their spacecraft into the moon a few days ago.
This isn't just a first for India, it's a first in lunar exploration. No one successfully landed near the moon's south pole before. And it's a place of real interest for space science and also space exploration. It's one of the coldest places in the solar system, where water and other important chemicals are frozen in deep, shaded craters.
India has become the fourth nation to safely land a spacecraft on the moon, following the United States, Russia, and China, where few have gone before.
जी हाँ, आप अपनी स्क्रीन पे देख सकते हैं कि हम
India is also the first to land its Chandrayaan craft near the moon's south pole. Scientists believe this uncharted territory could hold vital reserves of frozen water, which can be used as fuel for future missions.
It's a blow to the Kremlin because they are trying to show through this mission that Russia is again a superpower.
The lunar South Pole is significant because the expected presence of ice could support future human settlements. Here's why Moscow and New Delhi were in a race to get there, and how their missions were not just about science, but also about politics.
National headlines: India becomes the first country to land a spacecraft near the moon's south pole.
It's a spot scientists believe could hold vital reserves of frozen water and precious elements. The mission comes just days after Russia's attempt at the same thing ended in an unfortunate crash. Caroline Shively has the latest from Washington.
A spacecraft in India has become the first to land on the south pole of the moon. India is the fourth country to land on the moon after the U.S., the former USSR, and China. And it's the second country after China to land on the far side of the moon, which faces away from the Earth. The landing comes 4 days after a Russian craft crashed en route to the moon. India previously failed to land on the moon in 2019.
New at noon, India has just become the fourth nation to land a spacecraft on the moon. Millions watched online as the spacecraft made the successful landing hours ago. The landing site is also closer to the moon's south pole than any other spacecraft that has gone before.
Make no mistake, this is a very great day. And I think what really stands out is that India is the first country to land on the south pole of the moon, where many others have not succeeded so far.